Welcome back. I'm joined by Championship correspondent Pascal Lemaire to review Friday's match between Middlesbrough and Wigan. Pascal, start with the home side, dropped out of the top two last time out, defeat of Bournemouth.
Yeah, hugely disappointing result for them. Obviously it was a massive game, top of the table clash at the Gold Sands, and to go down 3-0 in the manner they did, it would have been really disappointing because it was a tough week for them. They had Ipswich, Derby and Bournemouth all in the same week, and a lot of people were billing it as sort of make or break week for them. And they won the first two, 4-1 over Ipswich and then 1-0 over Derby, hugely impressive. And then to go to Bournemouth, and yeah, they did get completely outplayed in that one. Karanka said afterwards, fair play to Bournemouth. I think we were fairly beaten there. And some of the goals, Harry Arter's goal was fantastic, no stopping that. But some of the others, would have been disappointed to concede them. But I think on the whole, like I said, that was a big week for them, those three games. And I think if you'd offered him 6 points out of 9 from those three going into that week, he would have taken it. So I think, reflecting on it, I think he can still be quite happy with it. But like you say, it did see them drop out of the top two on goal difference. Bournemouth 1 point clear of them, and then Watford level on points, but with the better goal difference in second. So we know how close it is up there. It's going to go right down to the wire. But yeah, just that psychological edge of dropping out of the top two, is bad for them. But it's like I say, so close up there, and at the moment they still look fairly comfortable in terms of getting a playoff place at the very least. But it's quite close. 5 points separate them from Ipswich in sixth. So it's still pretty close. But yeah, in terms of this game, it's a big chance for them to actually go top of the table because Bournemouth and Watford, they both play later on Friday evening, so they'll see this as a chance to, they know if they win, they're going top. That's for sure, definite, because the other two sides don't play till later. So big chance for them to put pressure on. And yeah, I think they've made recent signings as well. The back because Kenneth Omaru, I think the Chelsea loanee, I think he's going to be out injured for the rest of the season. So they've brought in reinforcements. Tiernan Daly from Swansea, who's got Premier League experience with Swansea, so he could be a good addition right back. And then they brought in Amor Bieta from Fulham, swapped him for James Husband at the back. And Karanka's lauded Amor Bieta. They used to be teammates at Bilbao back in the day, so they obviously know each other quite well. And he obviously puts his faith in him. But I think he's just going to be a covering defender really, because at the moment Ben Gibson, Daniel Ayala, Jonathan Woodgate, they'll all be above him in the pecking order. But yeah, their defence has been so strong as well. So Amor Bieta will just be there for cover. They're the best defence in the league by a long way. But at the moment they still look pretty safe, and obviously facing Wigan here, they'll really fancy themselves.
You mentioned Wigan still sitting in the relegation zone. 5 points from them to Rotherham. Still maybe got a chance to stay in the league.
Yeah, they've still got a chance. They're probably the only side out of the bottom three with a chance. Blackpool, they're not officially relegated, but they're all but down. Millwall as well, really struggling. But Wigan, yeah, they didn't win their last game. It was at home to Bolton, a real chance for Malcolm Mackay to end his terrible home record. Wigan still haven't won at home since August, but it was a 1-1 draw in the end, and they almost lost the game. Martin Waghorn, came up with a fantastic late equaliser. Brilliant overhead kick from him to get that 90th minute and get them a point. And like you say, it took them within 5 points of Rotherham. It could have been a lot worse. Rotherham were beating Sheffield Wednesday 2-1 going into injury time, and they conceded 2 goals in injury time to lose to Sheffield Wednesday. So if Rotherham had held out in that game, it would be 8 points to the gap, and you'd probably say that's too much. You look at Rotherham are the only side that are there with 5 points ahead. Then it's 8 points after that to get to Fulham, I think it is. So there's only one side they can really catch probably with 8 games of the season to go, and that is Rotherham. So they probably need a win to start picking up wins soon. They have been better away from home recently. The 3 wins in 6 of late, and all of those have been away. So they might fancy the chance here, but obviously Borough's a really tough place to go.
It's a big game. Obviously both sides need the point, different reasons. What's your score prediction for this one?
I think if you look at the recent record between these two sides, they're actually the last 4 games have all been draws, and the reverse at the DW Stadium was Malcolm Mackay's first game in charge when Middlesbrough, obviously a decent side, he managed to hold them to a 0-0 draw in his first game, and that was quite a promising sign. But since then, it hasn't really gone right for him. So you might be able to draw on that and say, look how well we played in the game earlier on this season. But at the moment, Borough, right there at the top of the table, I think you've got to back them here. I'm going to go 2-0 to them.
Thoughts on going for a 2-0 Middlesbrough win?